The sound of laughter and conversation filled your luxurious living room as the weekly gathering of friends was in full swing. Everyone seemed to enjoy themselves, but one person was noticeably quieter than usual, your husband Jungkook. He sat in the corner of the large sofa, a glass of wine in hand, his sharp eyes fixed on you. You were engrossed in a lively discussion with Jimin, a close friend whose charm was impossible to ignore. Jungkook's jaw tightened every time Jimin laughed a little too much or you joked or leaned slightly closer than necessary. Jungkook was not usually the jealous type, but tonight was different. He hated the way Jimin gazed lingering on you. It made his blood boil. Finally, Jungkook had enough. He set his glass down and called out, "Ryan." You turned to look at him, surprised by the sharpness in his tone. She, "Come here," he said, simply patting his lap. "Your eyes winding what here right now?" "Yes," he said, his expression unreadable. The room quieted slightly as some of your friends turned to see what was going on. Embarrassed but curious about the sudden possessiveness, you excused yourself from Jimin and made your way over to Jungkook. Before you could ask what he was up to, Jungkook grabbed your hand and pulled you down onto his deck in one swift motion. A soft gasp escaped your lips as you landed, your back pressed against his firm dash. "Jungkook," he whispered, your cheeks flaming. "What are you doing? Everyone watching." "Good," he murmured, his lips brushing against your ear, his arms wrapped securely around your dash, holding you in place. "Let them watch." You tried to skim out of his grasp, but his grip only tightened. "Stop it. You are being ridiculous." "Am I?" he asked, tilting his head to look at you, his dark eyes filled with mischief. "Or am I just making it clear that you are mine?" Possessiveness in his voice made your heart race. You glanced around nervously, noticed that most of your friends were pretending not to notice, though a few were chuckling quietly. Jimin, however, looked distinctly uncomfortable, which seemed to please Jungkook. "You are jealous," you whispered, narrowing your eyes at him. Jungkook smirked. "Maybe. What are you going to do about it?" "Jungkook," you said, trying to sound stern but failing. Your dash twitched into a smile. "You are acting like a child. And you are acting like you don't love the attention." He shoot back, his voice low and teasing. Your cheeks burned, but you could not deny that a part of you enjoying his possessiveness. It was rare for Jungkook to let his jealousy show so openly, and it made you feel undeniable. "Wanted, fine," you said, crossing your arms. "If you're going to act like this, then you had better keep your promise to stay on your best behavior." "Oh, I will behave," he said, a slight grin spreading across his face, "but only as long as you stay right here." To emphasize his point, he adjusting his hold on you, pulling you even closer, his fingers traced slight lazy circles on your waist, sending a shiver down your spine. You lean closer to him, your lips just brushing against his ear. "You are impossible. You know that, and you love it," he murmured, turning his head to capture your lips in a dash. This dash was slow and deliberate, filled with a mixture of affection and possessiveness. His dash moved against yours with practiced ease, making you forget for a moment that you were still in a room full of people. When you finally pulled away, Dash, you could see the satisfaction in his eyes. "Jungkook," you whispered, glancing around to see if anyone had noticed. "Relax," he said, his voice dripping with amusement. "They should how know how much I love my wife." Despite your embarrassment, you could not help but smile. His jealous, while a bit over the top, was endearing in its own way. The rest of the evening passed with Jungkook refusing to let you leave his dash. Every time Jimin or anyone else tried to talk to you, Jungkook would tighten his hold and rest his chin on your shoulders, silently marking his territory. Once the guest had left, you turned to him with your dash on your dash. Care to explain yourself? He shrugged, looking completely unapologetic. I did not like the way Jimin was looking at you. You rolled your eyes through a small smile tugged at your lips. You are ridiculous. And your mind, he says, stepping closer to you, his voice softened and his gaze turned tender. I'm sorry if I impressed you, but I can't stand the thought of anyone else trying to take you from me. Shurhan melted at his words and any lingering hesitation vanished. You stepped closer, wrapping your arms around the dash. No one could ever take me from you, Jungkook. You're stuck with me forever, he grinned, leaning down to press his forehead against yours. Good, because I don't plan to letting you go. This time when he kissed you, there was no one around to interrupt. His lips were soft and warm, moving against yours with a perfect blend of passion and tenderness. His hand side up your back, pulling you closer until there was no space left between you. I love you, he whispered against your lips, his voice thick with emotion. I love you too, you replied, your heart, and in that moment you knew that no matter how possessive or ridiculous his Jungkook could be, you would not have him any other way. The end. Would you like to this type of FF? Please commit me. तो गाइज़ अगर आपको इस टाइप के एफ़एफ पसंद है तो प्लीज़ आप लोग मुझे कमेंट्स में बता सकते हैं और अपनी कोई भी रिक्वेस्ट मुझे बता सकते हैं। आई विल ट्राई माई बेस्ट कि मैं आपकी रिक्वेस्ट के अकॉर्डिंग आपके लिए एफ़एफ लिख सकूं। आप मुझे अपनी कोई भी रिक्वेस्ट सेंड करें कमेंट बॉक्स में। आपका कोई भी फेवरेट टॉपिक और अपने भाई का नाम भी मुझे साथ में ज़रूर शेयर कीजिएगा ताकि मैं उसी नेम से आपके लिए एफ़एफ लिख सकूं। एंड द अदर हैंड अगर आपको ये वीडियो अच्छी लगी है तो इसके बोनस पार्ट के लिए आप जल्दी से इसके 3K व्यूज़ कंप्लीट कर दो ताकि मैं जल्दी से इसका बोनस पार्ट आप तक पहुंचा सकूं। और मुझे कमेंट सेक्शन में ये भी बताओ कि तुम लोगों को हार्ड स्टैंस एफ पसंद है या सॉफ्ट स्टैंस। टेक केयर।